Welcome back, mutants. Streebo here with you from mutantville.com with another daily vlog for you. That's right, 2 for the price of 1 this week. We got to play catch up, especially since Brento threw in the towel already. Ha ha. Can't keep up. Uh, I realized after I did my last Socky vlog that I neglected to give my top 5 at the end. Here I'm holding up a Jackie Chan 8 DVD film set collection. That's how cheap I am. I bought the 8 set collection, but it's got a lot of classics on there. Operation Condor 1 and 2, Dragon Lord, Twin Dragons, Super Cop, Project A2, absolute classics there. The Accidental Spy, not so much. That's why I didn't read that off when I was mentioning the classics. But I didn't give Jackie Chan enough lip service on the last one. But this collection will not be appearing in the top 5, okay? Nor will any of these other movies, though it's very close for some of them, like Shaolin Challenges Ninja. My favorite all-time Shaolin Kung Fu versus Ninja movies, where both of them are badass. And it's all over a woman because the Gordon Liu Chaoling up here is in love with a chick from a ninja clan, and he winds up having to battle her entire family and clan. So it's badass. The Octagon. Top 5 is tough, man. These are all movies I really love because the Octagon is a big one too. All out ninja action. We mentioned it recently on an episode of Socky Week over at the Vault of Mysterious Information, where I've been co-hosting, filling in for T-Shirt Joe while he's been out working on shirts and stuff for conventions, and helping to cross-promote for mutantville.com all the while, because of course we have Tales from Mutantville for sale right now at mutantville.com. And the more that we can get the message out for us, the better it is for everybody. But we mentioned the Octagon briefly. The final episode of that is coming out very soon. The comic book edition of Socky Week, wherein we discuss Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So check that out. More movies that did not make the list. The Chinatown Kid. The great Alexander Fusheng epic. I love it. I love it. It's a time capsule from the 70s. It's one of the few Shaw Brothers movies that had that classic Venom's cast with Alexander Fusheng, and was in the present day. So very, very rare. What else? Millionaire's Express. I didn't give Sammo Hung near enough lip service last time out. Another all-time great with Yuen Bao, Cynthia Rothrock, Richard Norton, post Octagon, may I add. That to focus, but classic stuff there. Clash of all the cultures. There were Civil War soldiers and samurai and the kung fu guys. It was just awesome. Good stuff. Great spectacle. Okay, more movies not on my list that didn't make my top 5. Top 5 is tough, man. Circle of Iron, which we discussed on Vault of Mysterious Information. Very close to making it to my. If there's like a number 6, it would probably be Circle of Iron. If I went out, you'd see some Circle of Iron and stuff like Fist of Legend or whatever, which by the way did not make my top 5. There's Fist of Legend, Jet Li, Fearless, another good one. And by the way, I will point out, I mentioned it in my last vlog on Socky Week. But Fearless, okay, that's the teacher who was a real Chinese boxer, a real Chinese hero. Okay, he's the teacher that gets killed in both Fist of Legend and in Bruce Lee's original, The Chinese Connection. And their character of Chen Zhen comes back for revenge. Okay, so it's Bruce Lee in The Chinese Connection and Jet Li in Jet Li's updated version, The Fist of Legend. Okay, now the sequel to that, where Chen Zhen goes from there, is Legend of the Fist, The Return of Chen Zhen. So there is the unofficial Shenzhen trilogy of sorts, and there are more pieces to it than are even here, because you also have Bruce Lee's Chinese Connection, obviously, and even Donnie Yen did his own version of Fist of Fury. So yeah, the Shenzhen trilogy, not in the top 5. All right, so I've made you wait long enough. Return of the Shock Top Lemon Shandy. This is my only chance to do vlogs, so I'm going to throw them out there for you. Especially since Brento publicly threw in the towel. Shame on you. Shame on you, Brento. Number 5, Kill Bill 1 and 2. There you go. Quentin Tarantino's homage and update to and bringing into the 21st century of all the great chop-socky flicks of the past. From Bruce Lee, there you see the homage to the Game of Death suit, to David Carradine and Kung Fu. I mean, it's all combined in there. Plus, you've got a hot chick wielding a samurai sword, chopping people to pieces. Gordon Liu gets cameos. Gordon Liu plays Pai Mei the White Hermit. That alone makes Volume 2 worth the price of admission. Just seeing Gordon Liu play Pai Mei the White Hermit. No, as we all know the connections there. So, Kill Bill, number 5. Truly awesome. It's one part Shambara, one part Western. Because Volume 2 was very much a Western. The last great performance from David Carradine. Well, second to last, if you count the Big Stan, his character in Big Stan, the character of the Master. This is the last 2 great performances for the great David Carradine. May he rest in peace. Okay, number 4. Ding, Roadhouse, baby. Roadhouse. Last call for action. If you are flipping through the channels, this will attest to the greatness of Roadhouse, and Roadhouse is on TV, you will stop and watch it until it finishes. That's the sign of a great movie. With choreography by the great kickboxing champion, full contact karate champion, Benny the Jet Urquidez, featuring the single greatest performance from Patrick Swayze as Dalton, the Zen Master bouncer. He's actually a cooler. He's the leader of the bouncers, but so to speak. There you go. Roadhouse movie where he chops a guy in the neck and rips his throat out. So, good stuff. Number 3. Master Killer, aka the 36th Chamber of Shaolin, which if you know about Wu-Tang, then you should catch the references to the 36th Chamber. I can't even say it right. One of my all-time favorites. The classic training sequences, the great weaponry. You know, the monks were superhero-like. It's also just filled with Buddhist philosophy. I mean, there's a lot of, actual literature repeated in the movie, and it's hidden in between all these great training montages. And it's just a great story of innocence, truth, triumphing over what? Corruption, evil. It's just classic good versus evil. So good stuff. Number 3, Master Killer Chamber, 36th Chamber of Shaolin. All right. Number 2. This is where it gets tough. Enter the Dragon with the great Bruce Lee. Yes, the great Jim Kelly as Mr. Williams. The great Shiken as the bad guy. The great Bob Wall as O'Hara. With the great Bolo Young as Bolo. So much greatness in one movie. And on Blu-ray, it looks brilliant. Truly brilliant. Truly brilliant. It's a testament to Bruce Lee's philosophy, athleticism, his contributions to martial arts as a whole, even to mixed martial arts. The opening sequence, he's wearing gloves very reminiscent of the modern mixed martial artist. So he was a true philosopher, a true poet, true artist of the 20th century. So good stuff. And the movie itself is infinitely entertaining, with its final homage to not Touch People, but The Lady from Shanghai, which I was just watching again just recently. The whole mirror sequence by Orson Welles, director Orson Welles. So good stuff. Enter Dragon. Number 2. Alright, number 1. Drum roll. I don't even have it on Blu-ray yet. I'm waiting for the Blu-ray. 5 Deadly Venoms. Pick your poison. This is the one that was just the craziest to me when I saw it on the old Black Belt Theater. So that's got to be the all-time classic, all-time favorite. The one. And it's kind of a bleak movie too, but it was always just fun to me that these kung fu guys were almost like akin to superheroes and supervillains and whatnot. So good stuff. And I like the sixth Venom guy that had everybody's powers and he was fighting against them all. So that's very cool. I always dug him. And I was a big fan of the Toad. The Toad was always one of my favorites because he was invulnerable. It's just bigger and stronger. I know my buddy Phil K always preferred the light skills guys. So there you go. But that's my top 5. What are your top 5 Chop Socky films? Check out the Chop Socky Action Week going on now over at the Vault of Mysterious Information. As always, if you want to know more about MVP, Streebo, and these vlogs, if you want to pick up your copy of Tales from Mutantville, ding ding ding, you can get the actual special edition, straight from Amazon and CreateSpace, Mutantville.com. Check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace. Don't give up, Brento. You can do it. Just gotta pace yourself sometimes, brother. It's all good in the hood. See you guys.